Welcome back to this week's Ask Topaz. It's a good one, so let's get into it. The girl that I'm seeing has never had a serious relationship. We're both 28, and I find this a bit weird. Am I overthinking this, or is this a giant red flag? She seems innocent and sweet, and she told me the reason is because she's never met someone who she feels she can bring home to her parents. And she feels that relationships are very serious. But I find it odd that she's telling me this so soon, yet she has never been serious with anyone else. Thoughts? Okay, so I'm very glad that you wrote in because you are correct. It's a giant red flag. This girl, not only is she a red flag, but she knows what lies to feed you. She's well seasoned. And you can tell that she's been around. She knows the game. What she's saying, everything to you, she's basically trying to feed you this lie and trying to make you feel special so that you fall for it. But no, it's a giant red flag. Just from this information that you told me that you guys are both 28, she's never brought anyone home to her parents. She's never had a serious relationship. That doesn't make any sense at all. Unless this girl's literally a virgin, there should be no reason as to why she's never had one serious relationship by the age of 28. This just tells me that she's gone around. She's probably went through a hoe phase. And if you know me, if you follow me, you guys know what I think about hoe phases. It's not a phase. That is who she is. If a girl can go through a hoe phase, if she has that in her, that is just who she is, and it's gonna come back at one time or another. So that's why you never date a woman that has gone through a hoe phase, because it's not a phase. That's who she is. If she's willing to do that, it's not healthy. There's no healthy reason for a woman to sleep around. It's not normal for a woman to sleep around. We don't have that in us. So if a woman has slept around, I think that there's some deeper psychological issues that's the reason that she slept around, because it's not normal. This woman, unfortunately, it seems like that she has gone through that phase. It seems like no guy has taken her serious enough for her to bring them home to her parents, or she's going for guys that she knows her parents won't approve of, and therefore she hasn't brought them home to her parents. Either way, red flag, huge red flag. Again, her saying that she feels relationships are very serious, and that's the reason that she hasn't brought home anyone to her parents. But with you, basically, she's telling you that she sees you as someone she can bring home to her parents, and she just met you. That makes no sense at all, because someone that is acting like it's the end of the world to bring home someone to their parents, and that relationships are so sacred and serious, then they wouldn't be treating this the way that she's treating this. She wouldn't be basically saying these things to a stranger. It doesn't seem like you guys have known each other for a long time. So for her to be saying such deep things to you and basically saying that she wants to bring you home to her parents so soon, it contradicts everything she stands for. It contradicts everything that she's trying to sell you. This woman is a huge red flag. She definitely has slept around. You can just tell. I barely know any of the situation, but just from the situation that you provided me, 28 years old, never having had a serious relationship, it's not a good thing. It's a really bad thing. And it just shows that guys haven't seen her as a girlfriend material type of woman. It shows how guys have not seen her as a wife type of woman, because women don't truly want to be single. It's a lie. When women say that they love being single and they enjoy it and they want it, it's not true. Because every woman that's single, if the guy that they wanted to be with wanted them, that woman would be in a relationship so quick. But that's the whole thing. That's the reason that women say they enjoy being single. It's because the guy that they truly want doesn't want them. So back to this woman. If she's been single all this time, it's because men haven't seen her as a girlfriend material, and she's basically only probably had hookups, and she's obviously dated around, and that's not the kind of girl that you should want to be with. Also, she obviously sees you as someone easier to trick, because she's trying to feed your ego by basically trying to portray you as you being the special one and the one that she's going to bring home to her parents, when no one else was basically up to par to bring home to her parents. I feel like that's such a red flag, and she's trying to butter you up, and she's playing the part. And you said she seems sweet and innocent. but she's saying this to you so fast. If I were you, I wouldn't fall for it. I know that it feels great when someone makes you feel special, and I know that you probably feel, great thinking, oh, this girl, she's never brought someone home to her parents. I would be the first one to meet her parents. And it sounds great, but when you actually think about it, when you break it down, at 28 years old and she's never brought anyone home to her parents, never had a serious relationship, that's not great. That sounds like the biggest red flag. Imagine the type of men that she was dating that she didn't feel were worthy enough to meet her parents, or they just didn't want to meet her parents. So that either way, it's bad because they don't see value in her, or she doesn't see value in them, and she knows that her parents wouldn't have approved. Why would you want to be with a girl that has been making such bad decisions up until this time, And you don't know how many guys she's saying this to, because the type of woman that she's trying to portray herself as to you is not who she is. So if I were you, I would call my losses on this. I would just leave. I would end it. You guys aren't serious yet, so I would dodge that bullet, and I wouldn't waste my time with a girl like this. So just to clarify, you are not overthinking. This is a giant red flag, and I think that you should just move on, dodge that bullet, because if you don't dodge that bullet now, you're going to regret it later on. And they say that the red flags that you ignore in the beginning are the red flags that you end up breaking up over. So do you want to waste a year, 2 years? Do you want to have kids with the wrong person? Do you want to get married to the wrong person? Might as well just end it now when it's fresh. Feelings aren't super attached, and it's just end it now. You see the red flags, you are correct. You're wasting your time with this girl, and it's just going to be a headache for no reason, and there's no point in wasting your time.